this introduction before all hell breaks loose. Because, yeah, this is a little special stream, a little special video if you happen to watch this on Lay YouTube or at Lay Twitch video thing later on. Because new update for Spellweaver, a bunch of new cards has been released, a bunch of really nasty ones to be precise. You see it right here, the October release package with 15 cards in total. No heroes sadly, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. But, I actually just announced this because we have actually apparently again, just like last time when we did that for April, I think. Was it April or was December? One of them. We did that too. And it was me, it was GingerRaven, it was HallYall, and I think it was Wildblade last time. Wildblade so Vizzle. And this time, it's gonna be 4 people again, which is not gonna be great if you remember the last time. But you know, it's why I'm making this little announcement just before I just can't talk anymore, apparently. So, let me just announce the stream, and then I'm gonna invite all of these folks in. Whoops, that was wrong. So I need another collection. Jesus Christ. Marketplace. Here we go. That is set up. Here, just as a little rundown, of course, if you haven't seen it yet. Those are all the new cards. You can get them either for... there it is. You can either get them for 600,000 gold or 2,400 crystals. If you want them foil, obviously, it's a little bit more. As you can see, I didn't bother to get that because I don't need that. I don't need bragging rights. So... now let me get these folks in. Whoops. So I'm gonna call this guy. And then I'm gonna invite where can I invite people? I'll figure this out eventually. Oh, do we have a sign from the other side? I think he picked up, but that particular person, I can't hear you. Just to let you know. How do I add people to the call, though?
Can you hear me, yeah?
Oh, now I can, yeah. Okay. The most important person, we can hear that. So how can I invite people to the call? Do you know how that works?
Yeah, one sec, I'll do it.
I mean, yeah, sure. Cause I don't know how. Ah, there we go. All right.
I don't think they actually have Wildblade on thingy.
Well, technical difficulties until you figure that out. Just as a little rundown, as I've stated, you can buy those card thing for 600,000 or 2,400 crystals. Or if you want that all foiled, you need 3 million gold and 12,000 crystals. Whoever is getting that, I mean, be my guest.
I think Lucy V's already got the foil one.
I would imagine Cruel Tech getting that, yeah, actually. Probably. Yeah. Because he was on the mission, I think, to get his Wisdom Minion list completely foiled. Okay, let me let people again post that in Discord, so we have everyone. Also, of course, if chat wants to like correct us or something, be our guest as well. Streamage is in full effect, boys. One of these days I'm gonna run out of things, I guess. So, is HallYall gonna join or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Typical Aussie. Did he lose, by the way?
Oh yeah, I went 4-0, so...
oh well, yeah, I mean, of course. Why do I even ask? Maybe there's still some salt.
Oh, God. Yeah, I ran pretty well, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, and we have Auntie in the chat. Moin! Let me actually check the results real quick here. Oh, Rax dropped. It's Stalia with 3 points. Minra 3 points. Minra is also from Australia. Oh, thanks for the follow. Almost missed that. Okay, so obviously the two other persons that we had in mind were HallYall and
It looks like Wildblade may or may not be coming, but
okay.
HallYall should be here in a minute.
If his koala finally adjusted the antenna.
Yeah, let's not expect good internet. That's just not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just a dream for him at this point. But he said that that's what happens when you have like an island and you have all the cities around the island, and then in the middle you just have desert. Got this fucking Aussie.
He's talking to me in game. Why isn't he acting freaking cool?
Ah, dude, man.
Oh yeah, apparently he's in a freaking ranked game. Oh, there we go. He's finished now. He's finished now. Okay, so maybe he'll actually answer now.
That's why we can't have nice things with this Aussie.
Yeah.
This guy just can't be a professional to save his freaking life.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Oh, God.
Okay, if he doesn't pick up now, we're just gonna start, because that's freaking...
Alright.
I'm not gonna stand for this.
It's blatant disrespect.
He ruined one of my streams, almost, once.
Oh, come on, HallYall. At least, like, tell me why you're not picking up. Like, at least be like, oh, give me a minute, I'm doing something, or something. But no, it's just like, now he's just not talking to me anymore.
Yeah, as the bridge just said, there's just the desert and a huge rock in the middle of it. I mean, you can try to invite him once and we just start. If he just happens to pick up, then sure. If not, then, I mean, chuck him on a Barbie. Okay, there's one thing, by the way, that I want to know right away. Because if you check out the new cards, the new list of cards, can you maybe, like, tell me why Wonderbird is in there?
Yeah. It's just a visual bug, that's all. It's meant to be the zombie worm thing. The
zombie what? Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I remember.
And yes, HallYall was definitely a noob.
I mean, we all knew that.
yeah. That's yeah. We've known that for a while now.
So I guess we just start, right?
I guess.
Wait, is he?
He's online in Discord. He's online in game. He was just talking to me like three freaking minutes ago.
Maybe he has to powder his nose or something.
I don't know.
Well,
and I think.
Yep.
I have a feeling he may have just like volunteered Wildblade, and then I was like, oh, okay, so we're going up in a minute, and he's just like, oh, no response from Wildblade, and I'm just like, so did you just like volunteer him or something? Because from the way he was talking, I assumed that like Wildblade was like, yeah, this sounds cool, but no, by the sounds of it, he probably just went like, yeah, Wildblade would do it.
Or maybe he fell asleep in front of his computer again.
What, HallYall? Yeah, probably.
Well, I guess we just start off then.
Yeah, I guess so. Fucking Aussie.
So of course we start with the one that are prominently placed, that have their own little... I don't know why I do that movement. Their own little page right here. Starts off with Wilderness Guardian, which I saw the artwork before for that already from Mr. Alexander. Now they're all gonna like bomb him on Discord, it seems.
But, yeah, we were just talking before. I was like, right, we're going now, let's go. And then now he's just not talking to me anymore.
I mean, yeah, typical shrining situation, I think.
Yeah, typical, yeah.
They can't. It's like with the raid on Area 69. They can't stop us all. In this case, he can't ignore us all.
I'm gonna keep ringing him on Discord until eventually he picks up.
We're gonna see about that. Okay, so we have Wilderness Guardian, which is a 3 mana, 2 aspects ancient. Obviously, you can play that, splash that into any deck, basically. Legendary, so it better be good. Has 5 HP, 4 attack, and 2 speed, so pretty decent stats, I would say. Unstoppable, which is pretty good. Obviously ancient, and whenever a rage or nature creature enters the field under your control, you get 1 energy. So what he can do, he starts off with 0. For 4 energy, which is quite a lot. But maybe you can play that in like... Yeah, well, now probably not Rage Rush, but maybe like Elves could be a thing, since you play many nature things.
Yeah, I'll talk about this in a minute when we...
Yeah.
Get to the
So, since I didn't really check out too many cards, because I wanted to be a little bit, you know, unbiased. So for 4 energy, we can invoke Wilderness Guardian, and it deals 2 damage to all enemy creatures. So basically like... How's he called? Granulac? Reculac? How's he called? That rage creature, the 2 aspects, I think 4 mana? Arulac.
Haralac?
Yeah, wasn't it Arulac? The one where you can activate him and then he deals 2 damage or 1 damage to everyone?
Whoa. Wait a minute. Are we joined by an Aussie?
Say what?
I think we might be joined by an Aussie.
Oh, did we? Oh, wait, well, it's not calling anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to soothe you with some ASMR? Because if you're talking right now, no one can hear you. But I mean, as an Aussie, that shouldn't be something
well, he's
new.
answered the call, so that's a first step.
Now he just has to figure out how our freaking microphone works. Mr. Zoid in the chat, what up? So yeah, until he figures out how to speak, we just keep going.
Explain the card.
Yeah. So yeah, and with 2 energy, we can have him deal 1 damage to a creature or a hero. So yeah, obviously you want to play this guy in Rage or Nature, because otherwise you can't really do anything with this, other than draw cards, I guess.
So yeah, probably. To be fair, probably. But there is a potential that you can run him in Wisdom with Symbol.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
But probably, or not just Wisdom with Symbol, but also in any deck that runs. I'm so bad with names cards. The one that invokes, you know, the spell.
Yeah. Chat is gonna help us out with that. Arcane Summoning.
That sounds right.
That could be right.
Yeah, Arcane Summoning. Yeah.
And Dobby says you can actually build 1 turn kill with it.
I mean, it has Swift technically, so like I guess that's not that difficult.
Yeah, and you can do 1 damage.
Or is it like just putting a bunch of energy into it and spending a bunch of energy to kill them? Is that the plan?
That could be fun, yeah. Oh yeah, with Arcane Summoning right away, that is actually freaking terrifying now that I think about it.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, 5 mana for a 4/5 isn't like not that good, but it does have Swift and Unstoppable, and if you get to target like 2 invocations with it, obviously it's dumb.
Yeah.
But, obviously that's then 7 mana, but
yeah, true. Yeah, but I mean, still, you know, it's also unstoppable, so you can't forget about you can't forget that, which is freaking awesome.
I actually played this card in one of my decks in Conquest today. I played it in Mono Nature.
Wait, elves or mid-range? Because one of the two is funny.
Just straight up Mono Nature. Like no, like no elf synergy, just straight up Mono Nature. Yeah.
So you played Within Temptation, Mother Earth.
It turns out that it's really not that difficult to turn this guy on. Like, really not that hard.
You mean
like, really not that hard.
You mean he's horny? To turn him on?
Fuck's sake. really not that difficult to turn this guy into a 4/5 that does 2 damage to your opponent's creatures. Like, and that's just stupid. A 4/5 with Swift that does 2 damage to your opponent's creatures.
What could be funny also, now that I think about it, since it's Nature and Rage. And there has been a Nature... well, it was Rage. Was it Rage? No, it was Nature. Was it Nature Corruption? That deck that was floating around with Shamans? I think it was Nature Corruption, right?
Oh, it made a bunch of broccolis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that, yeah.
Or...
It's also really good just with the 2/4, the one that makes broccolis off of target emblems.
Or obviously you can also play maybe with Keanu Reeves, maybe with basic Naiva you can also play the Nature Ray Shamans. Maybe that could be viable with this because you summon a bunch of stuff, obviously.
I mean, in my list, I just played like relatively cheap cards. I played Keanu Reeves as my hero, and I did play the 2 copies of. Oh my Jesus Christ, my brain. Seriously, my brain needs to remember names better. It's so bad. Brother-in-Arms. I just played 2 copies of Brother-in-Arms.
Oh yeah.
So all you need is you play 1 copy of Brother-in-Arms and just 2 other creatures, and this guy's a 4/5. It does 2 damage to everything. So it's just like it's really not that hard to set up.
Also, yeah, Zoid just mentioned it actually. If it enters the field, you can trigger it summoning Orc Slaves. So if you play Forced Labor, is it? I mean, technically, it's you play 3 rage creatures, so I think that counts. And then you can also activate them with the ability, which is freaking awesome.
I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, not the invocability because that's only enemy creatures. But
well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
But yeah, you could, yeah, or just with like Gibber and Ronnie, or like those kind of cards, things that make multiple creatures, like Brother-in-Arms, Gibber and Ronnie. Stuff like that is good with this card. But also just, you know, cheap cards. Oh, it looks like HallYall's trying to talk, but it's not actually working.
Yeah, the koala hasn't adjusted the antenna quite yet. So we just have him as a ghost in here.
Yeah.
All right.
Out your freaking internet, man. Jesus Christ.
You can trigger Merchant by pinging your own hero.
That's funny. That's
true, yeah.
You can also trigger the 2/1 that comes that turns it the black-green invocation, the zombie.
Woodland Revenant?
Yeah, you can turn that into a creature by pinging yourself as well.
Or obviously the Harbinger of Sorrow. You can also do stuff with that.
It's not good after it got like nerfed to the actual ground a while ago, but.
No, but maybe Wilderness Guardian is there to pick him up and be like, you know, you ain't that bad.
Yeah, I think this card's really good.
Definitely, yeah.
Overall stance of the card. The problem is that like I had this the weird metagame thing's gonna happen now, right? When a bunch of people are gonna forget the decks that were good. That's what always happens, and everyone's just like, I'm gonna play all these really cool cards, and most of these really cool cards are like cool mid-rangey creature style strategies, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, these decks are really good, these cards are really good, and then everyone's just gonna be like, what if I just play Mono Dominion again?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like,
fucking. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Helm your big dragon guy, Cataclysm your 3 big dudes, just like, okay.
That's what came to mind right away. Yeah, what if I put this real beautiful Helm ornament onto that Guardian and just make it mine?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not sure how good it actually is in the metagame, but at least the small amount of play that I have with it today, it seems really good.
Also, viable point, you can trigger Unbreakable Spirit with it. That's true, yeah. Definitely.
Or you can just make it into a 4/5 that does 2 damage to all of your opponent's stuff. Yes, put it in Gobos. Yes, I've already said. Yeah, I've already kind of mentioned that. But yes, you can just put it in Mono Rage. You could literally just put this in Mono Rage.
Yeah, but do you you mean Rage Rush?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean there are Flame Serpents that
or
are.
You can put it in like the Keanu Reeves like Goblin version of Rage Rush.
I mean, the problem is if you put this on Rage Rush, you can't really use the 4 energy thing because, you know, it deals 2 damage to all creatures. You can only... Enemy creatures. That's true. I wanted to test you.
that's why it's really dumb with stuff like Brother-in-Arms and Gibber and Ronnie and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they have Symbol of Fury. Like, of course, you need more. You need more board clear for Rage Rush.
Yeah, that's what you need. It's slow board clears.
Oh yeah, and Wisdom Rage Berg Aggro. True. Yeah, I can see that.
It just seems good in anything that's just playing a reasonable amount of relatively cheap Rage or Nature creatures. Like, I literally think it's that simple. I think you just put it in any deck that can meet that pretty simple requirement.
definitely. Okay, so that's gonna be terrifying for the rest of the game, I guess.
But also there are some weird things you can do with it too. So I don't know if any of those weird things are any good, but maybe one of them is, and you just see it in like a really weird synergy deck.
I mean, I would try to put that in my Thaumic Labor deck. It's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try. It's just a problem that it's too costly, I think. Considering that, you know, you need a little bit too much mana for the combo to kick in.
Well, it's also the fact that just like your deck runs like pretty much 0 creatures.
Yeah.
And you don't actually like three like orcs doesn't actually turn it on, so it's just like, oh. Like you need so much more help. Like one like less energy. It's just go like this. Just how you gonna get that in your red? Oh my god. Yes, it is a spirit from Reunion. I've already thought about putting this in Union. Don't worry. I like played a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, for Grand Meme Union, it could work.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that could be pretty good. Oh.
Oh, well, yeah.
I can hear myself in HallYall's mic.
I can't.
HallYall?
Well, something's happening.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Did it work?
It's as good audio quality as we've all come to suspect from you, alright? That's perfect.
So what you're trying to say, if I'm not mistaken, is that I fucking nailed it.
No, how do you figure that out?
So we could hardly hear you. I think that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Well, like, so I'm on my mobile phone right now because there's just the calamity of issues happening with my people in life, and you know, I live in a desert. Someone put me there. I'm not gonna name names. Anyway, to the cards. Go on. Just take off where you left off. Pretend I'm not here.
No problem.
I apologize to everybody for his unbelievably bad audio quality.
We apologize for Australia.
Yeah, just for the whole of Australia. Yeah.
You don't speak for us.
I mean, we just spoke basically about your new favorite card, which is Wilderness Guardian, because it's gonna probably be in your Chimera deck, or isn't it?
Well, if it goes in the Chimera deck, then yes.
It probably should.
Sorry, what was it again? Wilderness Garden. What the forecast?
No, the invocation. The red green.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got a lot of 2 health creatures as well, and like it could be really clunky as well.
Right.
Killing druids.
Read the card. Enemy creatures. Enemy creatures. I just went through this with Love Giant.
I can't hear what you're saying. It's something about
enemy. Enemy.
What? Anime.
Oh,
Anime.
I hate you so much.
I thought we're not doing one of Love Giant's anime streams. Are we? We're doing it.
It doesn't kill your own boy.
What do you mean, one of Love Giant's anime streams? I don't even watch anime.
One of Love Giant's famous anime streams.
So yeah, it only does them to enemy creatures, so that wouldn't actually even be a problem.
Yeah, good you figured that out.
Yeah. There's a good thing on here, otherwise, like, you know, we're trying. People want to learn. That's why they're here. Okay.
What?
But the thing is, we've already been through this before you joined the call. Like, that's like a mistake.
Yeah, but what's your point? Sorry. Okay, I want to talk about your sack deck with what's it called? Malvina Houndmaster.
Oh, the 3, yeah. So I was playing a 3-color Enoch sacrifice deck in the tournament today. That's what he's talking about.
Ah, okay.
And it fucking wrecked me.
What else is new?
Completely. Yeah, just completely unconceptually just took me. Uh, no, but like, I mean, think about it. It's 4 mana, 2/3 speed with 4 bodies on the field.
Oh yeah, the
It's
card's
just,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's nice.
Oh, we can switch.
We are
we can-
jumping the gun. We are completely jumping the gun here, but the card is busted.
Oh, what are we going through in a certain order?
I think we were just gonna go through the order of they are in the shop, but it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
obviously.
Damn, well. Well.
So next,
I
we
was
have.
gonna sit in my corner for a while. Okay, you guys talk.
Sure, I'm just gonna run down the card and then you guys go at it because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we have Untamed Green Dragon for the second card. 3 mana, 2 nature, 3/3/2 speed, basic stats, flying, which is pretty awesome. And you can pay 2 mana, make him sleepy, a little bit of ASMR. And for the ability, each of Untamed Green Dragon and enemy creatures deal damage equal to its attack to the other, which is just gonna be freaking annoying as hell. And when Untamed Green Dragon destroys a creature, put a Might Emblem on Untamed Green Dragon. Have a go at it.
Who wants to go first?
I tested this one a fair bit, so I wouldn't mind taking it. Okay, for one, in testing the cost was like 1 mana, so it was like essentially like attach Primal Battle,
Which is unbelievably broken. Yeah.
yeah, and then put Primal Battle in your deck. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, I mean, yeah, a Primal Battle and its activation was like 2 mana, kill 2 creatures, gain 2 emblems. It's really good, but the thing is that the double nature is like what really sort of like levels it out. I mean, needing that requirement is just quite a limited deck set that it can go to, although we've got exciting shrines now and new possibilities, so who
We
knows.
still have Trigon. And we still have Trigon as well, so...
Yeah,
I don't like Trigon. I think it's shit.
but I
Like,
mean,
if you don't play it
Trigon
on the
likes
first
you. Deal with
I mean,
it.
this is very true, yeah.
Does it? Like,
Hey,
I
Garrett.
feel like we haven't got that well, but like, I think it's cool. I think like the concept's cool. You know, consuming more creatures, getting bigger and stuff. The flying is actually really, really good.
And I can only stress this, as a great man once said, nature needs more love.
Yes,
I agree.
yeah, that is true. So like, Kanu and Amon, pretty much the decks I'm seeing this in.
Could be, yeah. I mean, also, that's the question. Also, the nature corruption with the hate crabs, you think would be used there?
It's just hard to fit it in because it's double nature.
That's what she said.
Like,
Yeah,
like that deck would love this card.
Yeah, with the new nature switching from nature and order drawing, I think maybe like sort of a like I've just put like 2 in like, you know, sort of Wisps, Keanu, like Tren, Dejan deck, and it goes in there if you put 4 of those switching shrines in.
Yeah, true.
It definitely works. That's good. And then it just goes in Amon. It goes in Amon less now. Because when I was testing with it, it had the 1 mana thing, and the 2 mana thing is kind of making it a bit clunky now. But
By the way, just to clarify, by Armon he means the one that can allow you to pay 2 life and put anything into play.
yeah, like, you know, the chicken Amon deck.
Yeah.
Amon. Yeah. But yeah, what do you reckon, Ginger?
I think this card is unbelievably good, but the only thing is, like you said, it is very limited in the decks it can go in. I did play Mono Nature today with 4 card piece of this guy in it, and it is really, really done with Keanu. Like, really done with Keanu. Just because of how early you just play this as a 4/4, kills their guy, now it's a 5/5, and they're down like a 3/3 or whatever. And it's like so early in the game that happens because of his hit your hero power that it's just like ridiculous. But is that good enough to make Mono Nature an actual deck in the metagame? I don't know.
I mean, we also have Fey of Charm, which you also need 2 nature, and I think it was 1 random. And I think that card has been slept on severely.
It's like, I don't know what that is. If I'm honest.
You don't know what Bad Charm is. The greatest card in the game.
Oh, I do know what it is. Never mind. I do know what it is. I just can't remember his name. Yeah.
It is the anime card number 1.
It's HallYall's favorite card. That's what it is.
It just comes out of nowhere and just pimp smacks you in the face with your biggest creature. You know,
I wasn't running that.
And I'm like, did you though?
Or you can run a guy that just kills that thing instead, and then gets bigger.
Oh yeah, like, because it becomes stupefied with the Fey of Charm ability too. So that's a thing.
But yeah, no, I think this card's really, really, really good. I'm just not so sure if this and the Invocation that we just talked about is enough to make that good. But those are the main 2 cards that pushed me to try Mono Nature out in first place, and it seemed really good. But
well, did you put Fey and Charm into the equation?
No, I didn't go up to. I only stayed at 2 levels.
Listen, Fey of Charm's like a one-off.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go 2 levels, like for any real reason. So there was not really any point.
Well, I'm gonna since that thing is also flying, by the way. So my Earthquake deck is gonna hit you in the face soon.
Yeah,
one step closer to the Earthquake deck. One step closer.
It's coming, and it's gonna hit everyone hard.
Advanced Neighbor Grand Reunion plays Earthquake, and it is good. But I mean, maybe that's just me liking every single Advanced Neighbor deck, but I don't know.
Even though this is a dragon, and also you're not running Keanu, is there any way you put this in Grand Reunion?
No.
I don't think so, brother.
It can stall a bit, but it's a little bit late, I think.
It's just the fact that it's only ever going to be a 3/3 to begin with is just kind of limiting.
Yeah.
The reason I brought that up was really more Advanced Neighbor, and it's something we haven't mentioned yet, is that it's the only hero power that sort of corresponds to its color requirements. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't think it goes in a basic neighbor. I mean, it's good. It's not going to be bad in anything, you know, but like, just you need space for better stuff.
Yeah,
but I mean,
what's more cynical?
But I mean, if you play true nature, like not even talking about elves, just like a mid-range nature deck, even though that's not really a thing at the moment, I think, yeah, I think it fits really well in there.
Yeah, it's like the best card in the deck, pretty much.
Yeah,
one of the best cards to me.
Definitely. And I think Keanu Reeves obviously is the best decision for that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I have to kind of agree in chat, by the way. It essentially does kind of feel a little bit like a Keanu card. Like,
yeah.
Pretty much only. Like, I understand why you put it in Advanced Neighbor, because you're getting double green anyway, and it's just like a decent value creature that you can just chuck into your deck.
Yeah, I mean, like, while I said that, like, it's the only one that fits the requirements, I also don't know if I see myself putting it in any Advanced Neighbor deck at the time. Yeah.
So yeah, good card. Not sure if that'll actually, you know, I don't know if the deck it goes in will be good enough.
True, yeah.
But...
It'll see play, but it won't like break everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, since there's not really anything where you have to really splash into nature in the current meta, because everyone plays Mono Dominion, for fuck's sake. Oh, for rant there. Okay, so
by the way, just to let you know, this card's really bad against Dominion.
Which one?
The one we just talked about, Green Dragon.
Well,
yeah.
Because it kills practically nothing on their side, and then they just take it.
Yeah.
And then they beat up your Green Dragon.
If you're a big, valuable creature, then Mono Dominion is licking it.
And this is one of the best, like, on-board valuable creatures, because it just... And if they can keep killing, it just never dies from the -1/-1 from the helm. So, anyway.
And that is exactly the reason why we, and by we I mean me and a couple of other persons, advocate for one-turn heal, because if you push that Mono Dominion bullshit, we're just gonna heal the fuck up. We don't give a shit.
Obviously, this is also not particularly good against one-turn heal.
Yes. Untamed Green Dragon, pacify. All right, so we go to the next one, which is Forge of the Ancients, which looks like an Eternal card, to be honest. It's another Ancient one. 3 mana, 2 aspects, legendary, Ancient. When Forge of the oh god, I fucking hate this. When Forge of the Ancients enters the field and at the start of your turn, put the emblems of your choice on any creature. You lose 1 life. Thoughts?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
It's insanely good.
It's an artifact, by the way.
It was 2 mana and had a invocation cost, but they decided to change it to just an emblem factory. And because we're all playing it, and its activation cost was 4, and its normal cost was 2, and we were all just playing it for its passive like emblem factory thing. So Evco just decided to make it that. It's ancient as well, which never hurts. Less shrines.
It's like a really small upside.
I mean, not really, because like there's lots of emblems you to choose from. I mean,
no. I mean the ancient. The ancient's a very small upside. Ancient's a very small upside.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think that eventually we're just going to stop playing shrines.
Well, no, obviously not, because then you won't be able to cast your cards.
Yeah, but maybe like a couple of actual shrines to get the aspects in there, yeah.
Are we ever getting to the point where we can literally just run all ancient cards and a couple of copies of Valley?
If someone's whinging, I'd like to continue talking. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Got a little impatient by that vote trip. But yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Situational emblem every turn, and the turn you cast it. You can shield them up if you're versing like a burn deck, or you can just put it in a deck for like sort of synergy value as a synergy engine.
Marked by the gods.
We've got good emblems happening, maybe. Yeah, marked by the gods.
Yep.
Or just like bulking up your creatures to move them out of removal range. It's good. I think that everyone I've talked to has agreed that it's really good too.
Yeah.
That's why he made it legendary as well before the release.
Oh god, yeah. If this wasn't legendary, that'd be just dumb.
Yeah. It was 2 mana and non-legendary, so there was some stacking issues, yeah.
At the start of my turn, I'll kill your 3/3 for free. My turn. Yeah, actually, the more I haven't really looked, like, I didn't have a lot of time before the tournament to really look at all the cards properly. But the more I look at this card, the more it does look pretty good.
Definitely.
I think it's going to open up some cool possibilities.
Yeah.
It is also interesting how they're kind of giving non-removal colors more removal, and this is kind of like that. Like, it's slow, but you can keep giving like weakness emblems and stuff.
Yeah, so it can be used as removal as well, but it can be used as the opposite too. So
yeah. So in something like the full nature deck, this is something that nature just doesn't have access to normally. Something like this.
Also,
that's true.
What Chess just
fairies.
What Chess just mentioned is actually pretty insane. Use weakness emblems to prima cycle a card with path. That sounds pretty awesome.
But also just pointless, right?
Yeah.
I guess for the most part, it's pointless anyway. This is pretty good to get an extra card advantage off of Timea.
Timea. Yeah, or also with Word of Pain, you can also use that.
Yeah, just Word of Pain, and then you're like, this helps you kill things with stuff like Word of Pain or Suffocate or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's essentially like a really flexible value card.
Yeah.
So I kind of slept on this just because I had a very small amount of time to relook at the cards, but this looks it's like a very good card.
Looks like an awesome include for Mono C as well.
Pretty much any deck that isn't like hyper aggressive.
I think it's going to go on a lot of stuff. I think we'll see it a lot.
This is the new cleanse. This is like the next cleanse. Like, you just kind of see it in any deck.
No.
No.
I mean, well, I mean, like, it's going to go on a lot of decks.
Yeah. I think is this the new
Cleanse
cleanse?
is like, I mean, cleanse goes in like every deck because it's like you can just use it as a shrine if you really. Like,
Well, you can. This as well.
and also it's one cost, so it sees like playing Degen decks that might not even have usually
True.
have the monitor loaded,
Yeah.
etc. etc.
Dojon, say it right.
Donjon. Motherfucker. Right. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. There are extra things where it's.
So what's the next one?
Next one we have the one that you teased at. It's Melvina, the Houndmaster, which is 4 mana. It's Rage Dominion. Melvina. When Melvina enters the field, I'm gonna do that every time. Enters the field. Summon 3 Bloodhounds. 1 mana. Put a target emblem on an enemy creature. 3 mana. Each hero loses 2 life. It's a 3/2, 3 speed, which is always good. Legendary, obviously. And Bloodhounds would be a 1 mana. Also Rage Dominion. Swift, 1/1, 3 speed. And Bloodhound can't attack creatures without target emblems on them. And Bloodhound can't attack heroes at 5 or more life. Of course, the Hounds make sure everyone pays their debts right on time.
So I'm going to call that Inco right there because he's just stolen that from Game of Thrones. It's just a blatant. I mean, come on, like, we had War of the North. Now we've got like, the Hounds. Like, this is Ramsay Bolton. Like,
I mean,
Malvina is Ramsay Bolton.
Okay.
I actually don't think that's true. There's so many different fantasy shows that have this style of.
Like, I can take the quote directly out of Game of Thrones. Where Ramsay, like, talks about how he fed the old master the hounds or something. He's like, now he pays his debts on time.
I mean, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but if that is ripped off of Game of Thrones, then I would like to see a spell, an ancient spell, which is called Shitty Script or something.
Which is like what? Which like what's it called? Stupefies things.
Yeah.
Try again, Igloo. That's what it's called. It's an instant. Just the flavor text though.
Try again, Igloo.
That would be the flavor text. Try again.
Oh, that's great.
But the second ability too, each hero loses 2 life. It's like it's a great finisher for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, Rage and Dominion already had that whole rush thing going on, so I think we'll be seeing the rush emblem of those 2 color combo decks be coming back.
Yeah,
for sure. Ginger?
And also, I think with Coronas would be pretty good if you deal like 2 damage, because that's an instant emblem for the Raven.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's also actually kind of gonna give a use to the new Despina, I think.
Oh yeah, right.
Could do,
Because
yeah,
you can,
that's pretty funny.
yeah.
It's a bit
Like,
funky though, but
and something worth noting as well is that although the Bloodhounds like need the emblem to attack something, which is like a little bit of setup, they can still block.
can still block.
So like,
Yeah.
you're still putting 4 bodies out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just for the record, I think this card's completely busted. Just for the record.
I just realized that it summons 3 Bloodhounds. What the fuck?
Yeah, this card is stupid. I saw this card spoiled, and I actually said in our team chat, I was just like,
Yeah.
please do not print this like this. And to be fair, it was like a hybrid at this mana cost. This is a lot better because it's not that you have to be Rage Dominion. Because before it was like Rage or Dominion when it was posted on Facebook or whatever. I thought that card was just completely and utterly absurd.
Yeah.
I was like, you just put this in like mono Rage, like, but you can't now. Well, you could back then. But I still think this card's stupid. If you can cast it, I think this card's stupid.
Yes.
I mean, I played it today, and it was just, oh, I make 4 guys. Oh, Hero Power of Enoch. Oh. It's just like, yeah.
You can
Well,
play it
like-
with forced labor too.
Let's
Yeah.
let's give it a week because it is really cool though.
It's a very cool card. I hope it's powerful enough that
Okay.
it will see play and it's somehow not too good.
Okay, I mean, Mono Corruption laughs at this because you just Word of Pain, all the hounds are gone,
yeah.
she has a weakness emblem, you Noxious it, done. Melvina, goodbye.
Suffocate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it does. You're right.
Or
okay.
Holy Radiance.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. It's a token generator that dies to AoE. I mean, like,
Right.
you know, but it's just
but they all do. I
It's
guess.
too expensive, but how is 4 mana for 4 bodies expensive? I don't.
I think that if you're gonna have like one card generating like that many sort of bodies, like the same with Spore Shepherd, same with the what's called the Spirit in Corruption that was a demon, but then we had to change it because it was too good. What was his name?
Harbinger of Sorrows. Souls?
Yes, that's the one.
Souls? Sorrows?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I think that if you're gonna do that, then like you need to have it's like the bodies it's generating be sort of like easily AoE removable. Otherwise, it's just
Yeah.
like not fun for everyone
No,
involved,
no, it's not.
except for the person playing it.
What?
And the card was not legendary in testing. I was testing this with Fuzz, and he dropped 2 on me, and I just conceded and stopped talking to him that day. So that is thank you, Igloo, for putting legendary on.
Well, the also funny thing about this, or not so funny, I guess, is that originally, actually, thinking about it, there wasn't Swift on the Hounds. Like, originally, when it was posted on Facebook, I don't think there was a Swift on Hounds. And though most of the time it doesn't make a huge difference, sometimes you just top deck the slate and it just kills your opponent. It's just
Yeah.
When you just like sort of need to finish, they're on like
Yeah.
5 or lower.
sometimes it's just a it's just kind of like a flame serpent sometimes, you know. But,
Yeah.
Like half the time. Well,
It is, if they can swing in, I mean, it's exactly 5 damage. You deal that 3 damage with the hounds, and then you
know,
use the
it
3 mana
literally
ability.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it all has such high speed that there can be quite a lot of board states that can't block them.
Right.
And you just sometimes like, oh, you're on 5. Well, you're dead. But also, unlike Flame Serpent, this card's actually good in the mid game.
Yeah.
Actually, you know. So yeah, I think this card's really, really good.
Definitely. Okay. So that covers it for Melvina. That's gonna be fun. Switch to the future. Alright, so we move from Melvina to Shamhar, the Undying Rage, which has... yeah, so far I would say definitely the best artwork. I fucking love this. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good artwork.
It's Rage
Right.
Corruption hybrid thing. Also legendary. Which is 4/3, 3 speed. With 3 speed is always nasty. Unstoppable. And you have to sacrifice a slave, or you can sacrifice a slave to put a might emblem on Shamhar. So that guy's gonna be played with maybe the minion for the slave gladiator would be cool. And oh god, Chad, thank you. And for 1 mana, you can sacrifice a slave and return Shamhar from your graveyard onto the field. What am I reading here?
Really good.
And as we know, the masters feared him just as much as the slaves did.
Yeah, this card's also really, really good.
Can I say one thing before I pass it on to like Ginger, because he's like actually played with it? I wrote the card off. I was kind of looking at him being like, and I think it was just completely changed from what was like tested, like completely, because it was just a penis in testing. I was like, get the fuck out of here, Shamhar. I ain't got no time for you. But yeah, then I saw it today in Ginger's deck, and it was like, wow, that's good. So yeah, Ginger, take it and tell us why.
Okay, so essentially, the biggest reason why is because it's a 3 mana, 2 level, 3/4, 3 speed with Unstoppable. Right?
Bless
that's
you.
already good. That's the thing, that's already good. So you just play that, and then like, well, they're gonna have to kill that at some point, right? So
Yeah.
at some point it dies, and you just play VATs. This is the 3 card deck that I played today. And at the late game, you just VAT, sacrifice VAT, and you just keep doing this. So you just constantly have a 3/4. But it's not just a 3/4. As long as they don't kill it, then every time you make something out of VATs, it can just become bigger at instant speed for 0 mana.
That, and of course I can also see that now because I'm the only one that plays that deck, the Reign of the Underworld, obviously, because you have a bunch of slaves with Shiara on the field also.
It's pretty cool with that card, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But also the funny thing is, it's also against stuff like Monacy, obviously, with Mez Spirit. You just discard this and then attack a stave and bring it back.
Definitely.
So yeah, but the main thing that makes this card good, obviously, is just a good rate stat one.
Wait, Mesmerizing isn't the slave.
No, they play Mesmerizing. You
Yeah.
discard this.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the first discard choice. Yeah.
Right.
It sort of like takes away the 2-for-1 value there.
Kind of like
it also just takes away the removal value. Like it's just
Yeah,
bad value to remove the creature. Like
Yeah.
I mean, they lose no cards and pay 1 mana, and hello, I'm back. Yeah, his rage is truly undying. It doesn't die.
And also, finally, a mid-range creature, you don't mind too much if they take it and then because you kill it and then you just play it again.
Yeah, right.
True. Yeah.
And by the way, just so everyone that isn't German, obviously, because, you know, I think that was Torik who wrote that. Basically, Schamhaar, that's a German word for pubic hair, but that's the point.
Is it?
Yes.
That is so funny. So Torik's in chat. Well, I mean, luckily, like, we scared away almost all the German players, but we're waiting for prize money.
I mean,
so
you know,
that's all right.
I mean, you know, every time you see this card, you can basically say, "Oh my, damn it, that card is such a dick," and you would be right.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Was Torik going to join this chat? I don't even know. I was like, Torik, do you want to join? And he goes, why are you not joining?
Oh, we literally just sat here for like 10 minutes, just going like, pick up the phone, pick up the fucking phone.
It was tough time. Okay.
That's the second stream you fucked up. Damn it.
Second. This happened like almost. Oh,
yeah, point taken.
You
You put like target emblems on every freak. You're like a ball rider. You put the target emblem on the stream and you just destroy it.
Yep.
All right. So next we have Cursed Keep, which is also pretty cool artwork, I gotta say. Which is another combination shrine for rage and corruption, for something that has an undying rage, obviously, or can be used for that. Thanks for you for the disconnecting. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it. Okay, here you go. Let me get back real quick. So, obviously you can convert the shrine into either corruption or into rage, and you can pay 2. The special ability is you can pay 2 mana to put a target emblem on a weakness emblem on a creature. Use this power only outside combat during your turn. Obviously, that's for the Riot Instigator, Jakri. He's the minion rage, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a weird mix where like these 3 colors have kind of become the target emblem thing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of rage nature, usually, for that.
Yeah. Well, nature's only got like 1 card?
For target emblems?
Well, that like, I guess technically 2 if you count the one that turns them into plants, but...
I mean the one, the ambush. The tracker, elf tracker, or something?
Let's not confuse them with it, because they're nature or red cards, right? Both of them, or Out of the Hunt and Flaming Satyr.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even
thinking about those. And to be honest, well, I mean, like, those are the 2 emblem cards that have been released.
I was talking about in the game already. I was talking about the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say nature. I'd say yeah, Dominion, and
Well, yeah.
Dominion Rage are the two biggest, and then corruption comes in, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, this is just a shrine. That I mean, you're just gonna play this if you're these two colors. It's essentially what we learned. Yeah.
Yeah.
We run some number of these. Like it might just be 1 or 2. It might be 3 or 4. It depends on your level count. But
Right. Yeah.
So what do you think of the ability?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Even
Same.
if you're not running target emblem synergy whatsoever, it just you just get a free. It doesn't even cost life or anything. It's just like 2 mana. I know it's sort like sorcery speed or whatever, but it's like 2 mana, just killer X1 or 2 mana make a combat good for you or whatever. It's just so good.
I mean, it gives you an aspect or mana, and then it's like a free spell on top. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
get your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much really else to say about it, is there?
No, it's just so
Yeah.
good.
Right on. Next one, we have another resource shrine. That's how they are called, which is the Sunblessed Fields, which is kind of underwhelming from the artwork. It's Order Nature, so maybe something for our little one-turn heal friends. Let's check this out. So obviously you can either choose between Nature or Order aspect. Another pay 2 to put a Might emblem or a Shield emblem on a creature. Use this power only outside combat during your turn. Life Force Essence comes to mind here.
I hate this card.
Why?
I think it's. I mean, I understand it. It's not like broken. It's just a shrine with a minor upside. I think the minor upside is pushing it a little.
Well, I
don't think it's
mean, like,
really a minor
it's-
upside anymore.
It's really just a counterpart of Curse Kate.
Yeah, but it's not though because Shield Emblem is like can just be absurd.
But you get the target and weakness emblem.
Yeah, but a target emblem is like most of the time, right? And this one specifically cares about target. Target emblem to throw away, right?
Which lots of stuff.
Cannonade.
Sure, but I mean, like most of the time, you're gonna care about just the weakness emblem, right?
Do you remember when it was just Cannonade?
Yeah.
Simpler
Target
times.
emblems, they grew up so fast. No, it's really good. It's super good. It's also what I think is going to be used if it's played if the Dragon's played in Keanu decks a lot because just the color combo works well anyway. And then it's kind of just lets you just switch it around.
Alabaster Dragon is gonna be a bitch with this.
Plus the pay for ability is just pretty good.
I mean, also it works with the new dragon as well because you can just pump the new dragon even more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trade with it.
Yeah, no, I ran for in my Keanu Ordinator deck in Thingo, and did you ban that one, Ginger?
How much one? Sorry.
The Ordinator one when you rolled me to nothing.
I banned your Neva deck.
Okay, right. Okay, so I was gonna say that I don't think I lost, but you just kind of fucking ruined that. It's still good, guys. Still good.
And by the way, Torek, you don't have to have 3 levels. You can just go green. Keanu go one of the greens off of this, Keanu into dragon, and then switch.
Play another one for mana and switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay. So we got that one covered. Next one we have Library of Life, which is another resource shrine. Maybe this one is gonna be a little bit interesting for a one-turn heal. You never know, because Test of Time is a thing. So obviously wisdom or rage. Wisdom or nature, you can choose between the two. Or the ability is if you played a creature card and a spell card this turn, pay 1 mana to draw a card, which... Wait, does this stack? If you have multiple ones out? Because it doesn't say you have to sacrifice it.
Well,
Yeah, it does. Right at the
like
beginning.
so if you, yeah, I mean, like if you
To activate the abilities, you have to sacrifice library, just like you do with any other resource shrine.
But they didn't specify that. Igloo!
Yeah, it's right at the beginning. Sacrifice library of life. Choose one.
Just seeing if you pay attention.
there's a bullet list below the sacrifice of library of life, and you make each of those options after sacrificing it. But yeah, I don't know. Creature and spell card.
With that color combination, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's interesting. Like,
It's a good effect, obviously.
like Grammy
guess.
is the only one I can think of. But I hope that we see some new stuff. So, I mean, like, let's be honest. Just the inclusion, like, of all of these shrines, what are they called, resource shrines? Like, they're going to open up like a lot of possibilities with deck building.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff where you're like maybe sort of trying to make something work, and you're like, oh no, it's just too clunky with that level. Like now you can probably like give that another shot.
I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna throw this into Grand Union.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
And occasionally I get to draw a card. Woo! Like, seems fair to me.
Yeah. Also, like the other blue resource shrine was like so good that probably they like didn't make this one like equivalently good. Otherwise, it'd just be like, come on, wisdom.
Come on,
has enough abilities.
Yeah, the Wisdom Corruption Shrine was so much better than the other ones. Like so much.
It's just yeah.
True.
Like in terms of fitting its color combo.
Well, its effect is just like looting one is better than draining one or paying 2 life and 2 mana for a freaking light emblem. Like,
Yeah, no, it literally saved like 4 spots of deck space in every reanimated deck.
Yeah. I mean, we're going on a bit of a tangent, but yeah, that shrine, in my opinion, is like a borderline mistake. But
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to talk about the resource shrines overall as well.
But I have to admit, overall, I prefer these resource shrines to the other 2 that we got. That wasn't the wisdom, because they seem more interesting, at least.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Do we have anything else?
No, I think you're just gonna put this again. You're just gonna, just like any resource shrine, you're gonna put them in the colors that want them. And I mean, this one's a bit more situational because there could be some decks with these colors that wouldn't actually be able to use it very well.
Well, aside from Grand Meme Union, I don't think there's anything that really runs strictly Wisdom Nature. So that's maybe why we can't really figure out where you would splash it in.
There's a possibility for like energy. I mean, like energy aggro has never really been a tier 1.
No,
but it's been around.
Funky.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah,
it's fine.
Definitely, yeah. And also, obviously, it fits the meme with Wisdom just drawing stuff every time.
Yeah, I mean, if the color combination is perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Is that the library from the library guards, by the way? Little bit of lore.
I'm just gonna say yes, even though I have no idea.
Are they guarding? I'm taking a look at it now.
Yeah, me too.
Looking at the door. Okay.
Honestly, it might be.
Igloo,
It might
get on
be.
here.
But I don't think it is, but it might be.
Igloo, I'm knocking. Let me in.
The truth is right there.
I mean, I don't know why they need guards. I mean, the whole like what's it called, continent is fucking levitating because they're so fucking magical.
It's fucking magical.
Let's make our continent perma levitate just because we fucking can.
Maybe I want to know this because you know I want to know if Igloo actually played Morrowind, because you know in Vivek there is this one part of Vivek that hovers across the thing, which is like the prison. And maybe Igloo is just like, they have a little prison floating. I have a whole fucking continent flowing. Like, what the fuck?
This whole time it's been some really weird specific flex. Like, this whole time.
Hold my levitation, Morrowind. Alright, next one we have another... Yeah, what?
Sorry. No, sorry.
Better be.
Onwards.
Next one we have another Game of Thrones card, I think, which is Winter Scout. Sounds like a good... something that I would wear during winter, obviously. Winter season, Winter Scout. We have 2 mana. Wisdom Rage, so we see that in the Burkening Rage Wisdom thing, probably. 1/2 speed, because we don't have enough of that already. Winter Scout is unaffected by walls and can be blocked by creatures with attack 1 or less.
Oh, that's such meme.
And Rage. When Winter Scout deals combat damage to a hero, put a Might Emblem on Winter Scout. So Rocky Berserker. And for Wisdom and 1 mana, remove an emblem from Winter Scout, freeze an enemy creature. Okay, they have violated the law. Let's go.
Really good.
Yes.
Dogbotzy got a little elf erection when this card was released. He's going to be running Burt Wisdom Rage like until this is killed or changed. But like, I mean, like, I don't want to understate how I mean, yeah, like how good just the not being able to be blocked by walls or sort of creatures just with the 1 attack, that like, because you know, like, it's got the 2/1, right? You're like, oh, so it trades down to a 1/1, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It can't be blocked by them.
Yeah, everyone was so fixated. Like, oh my god, he doesn't get blocked by walls. It's like, whoa. Fuck that. You can't trade into it with a fucking, like, small creatures anymore. Like, what?
Oh, well, you can
that's
attack
the
him.
important thing.
You can attack him, but yeah, he just slides on past. Yeah. But I guess by that point that he's got his Might Emblem and he's just like, well, fuck you.
Now it's a 3/2.
Yeah. It's 2 now. What up?
What up, cunt?
And then remove an emblem. Winter Scout, freeze an enemy creature. I feel like it was good enough, and this is like a cavalry field captain. You know, that old ability it used to have. Yeah. It's like just 1 mana jump back row.
I mean, this ability is a lot better. This ability is a lot better. This ability is a lot better than the cavalry captain's ability, old ability.
True.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you don't care about it. I think for the most part, you care about the rest of the text. But sometimes you are just gonna freeze something and then kill it with a power discharge or something, and it's gonna be like really good.
Well, that or you can freeze a creature, and if you have Fia in there and Fia dies, you can also just kill the froze creature with it.
Yeah, I mean, this could even make its way into like Wisdom Rage. I mean, because if you think about it, Wisdom Rage sort of took a turn for the more like mid-range value, with the inclusion of like raiding party, and yeah, it's, I mean, like, its weakness is sort of not having sort of early cards to play, so putting some cards in there that can freeze stuff, well, not be blocked by walls and grow bigger. It kind of makes sense if you can find space for it.
True.
Would it be a flavor win or a flavor fail if you ran this and wall?
Wait, this? I think wall and what?
I think if you run this, then you don't run wall.
But then they can't attack into it. See, synergy.
No, I mean, like, are you asking if you play this and wall in your deck?
Yeah. I'm saying, is
In the
it a
same bit
flavor?
together.
Is it a flavor fail, or is it a flavor? I don't care about how good it is. Is it a flavor fail, or is it a flavor success if you play them both on the same time, like the same field? Because it just feels a bit weird if you play this and you just said about playing this as a game in Blue Red Control. That's normally wall, so we just not play wall then. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
Or would you play both?
I would not.
Okay.
But like, I mean, I guess conquest situation. Maybe I want my walls elsewhere. And then yeah, I mean, while walls are preoccupied in Mono D or whatever are on the deck, shoving them in. Winter Scouts happy to come and just fill the little void.
That is a hilarious thing that Torek just said, by the way. You can run this with Power Evolution and turn their creature into a wall.
Wall this.
Hang on, what?
Use what's it called? Yeah. Use evolution.
Run the
Yeah, run the bow, and then you turn that guy into your wall, and then you attack them. Yay.
You're like, fuck your walls.
That is great.
Yeah. No, you play.
You get the obvious reference token. Okay, fair.
Basically, Winter Scout is like a street through the wall. You could call him a wall street.
No.
I think you can do
Denied.
that. Yeah.
Okay, I just got a target emblem by GingerRaven. Gotcha.
Yeah. Right. Do you think this card sees play in Mono Rage? I tried it today, but I didn't get enough games with it to really know if it was any good.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, is it as good as Fear?
No.
Do you not? No, but you play both? No.
But yeah, I mean, like, there's so many sort of like good 2-drops. I mean, there's a 2/3 you can have.
I disagree. There's like 2 good ones.
What? Fear.
Fear and the Ogre. Or Orc, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Ogre Captive, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And there are a couple of like okay ones, but those are like the actual real 2-drops in Rage Rush.
Yeah, like the Fireworker is pretty vanilla, but I mean, the sacrifice like to kill artifact does come up, but like
I'd rather
it's
have
not
this
really a deck you want to kill your creatures, you know? Yeah.
Oh, Torek's right. This is super bad versus. Well, it can be super bad versus Satar. The new red-green 1-drop now.
Yeah. So,
Which we'll get to soon, and that card's just silly, but we'll get to that soon.
I was about to say, I can't recall any satire.
Satire, however you want to
Satire, yes.
Yeah. It's good times. Like it doesn't even need target emblem synergy to be good.
No, the card's just dumb. But we'll get to that later.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got that. Winter Scout out. I'm definitely gonna play that though in Wisdom Rage Berkening. It's gonna be fun, I think.
It seems at least worth experimenting with. Yeah, it seems like a decent 2-drop. I don't know how good it actually is gonna be, but it seems good enough to try for sure.
I like Dobby's idea with if you have like Wall and Winter Scout on the board, you should get obvious reference tokens.
Yeah, yeah. Just shows up with Game of Thrones fan. It's on the screen.
Yeah, it summons the shitty script spell.
Try again, dude.
That's good.
Igloo.
There's no flavor text to remove, so shitty script would have no effect.
That's the funny thing.
It's immune to walls and the shitty script.
Yeah, I'm calling HBO right now.
What
Exactly.
can stop it?
Igloo, you made Arctic Shelter. Put shitty script in the game.
I mean, Literally, it couldn't hurt. But anyway,
I just call it like
what's next on the menu?
just call if you want to make it like really ancient, just call it like I don't know, Tomb of the Fools or something, something like that. Manuscript of Failure. Next one, we have we have Occult Knight, which is another combination creature, if you will. It's Order Corruption, so corrupted priests maybe. We have 2 mana, comes in as a 2/2 speed, and if it has Order, it gains +1 HP, +1 speed, so basically a 3/2/3 speed, which is pretty awesome.
2/3.
And yeah, I always go with the HP first because it makes more sense to me. And
Okay.
for corruption, don't judge me. And for corruption,
Oh, that's fine.
when Occult Knight deals combat damage to a hero, you may pay 2 life to put the emblem of you choice. Igloo? Of you choice on any other creature.
That's already been pointed out, by the way.
You choice.
He does know about it. It's already been pointed out.
Obviously for Order Corruption Knights, which no one plays besides me, I guess.
I mean, this is another card that I haven't really looked at properly yet, but holy shit, this card looks good.
Yeah, 3 speed.
Right? This card's good, right? Looks good.
I think, yeah, it's definitely good. Like, there's progressively more and more sort of like, I feel like these last releases of like trying to make an Order Corruption combo like a thing, and it probably could be.
I tried.
Like me and Jotto put together like a deck once. It's got that, you know, that like sort of a spirit where like a creature dies, you can just cop 2 damage and put a Might Emblem on it.
Yeah, the Angel Spirit.
And like,
yeah,
the whole deck was just like based on just like making that thing just a gigantic fucking huge threat that no one can remove. But now we've got plans, so there's that. But I
This feels
mean,
yeah.
it's I can see like a black water swarm deck sort of coming in. I don't know how strong it would be. It's really one of the things I didn't get to try much in testing. But I'm trying to find it right now.
Could be good in Corrupted Angels too.
I think this is a good step in the right direction to actually make this kind of combination have like a normal deck.
Yeah.
That makes any sense? Because I feel like to make this kind of combination work, you have to do something really wacky with like your levels and stuff, and try to manipulate so you can play stuff and Ammon and all this kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's not like you have to do some really weird shit to try and make this kind of stuff work.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's a good step in the right direction to have this kind of combination just have like normal curve that just makes sense instead of trying to do some weird shit.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Like, and even if you just sort of like put it in a mono order deck, like it's just like a Vanguard trading a speed for an attack.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, stat wise really good. What do you think of the second ability?
I imagine it's good, right? I mean,
Minus the typo.
yeah. Oh, it's bad. Typo. Nope. I mean, it's like you said, it's a good start, right? 2 mana, assuming you're playing these 2 cards. It's a 2 mana, 2/3 with 3 speed, and then obviously 2 levels, and then it's just got this random ability that if you hit them, and it's got 3 speeds, so in a lot of matchups it's just gonna randomly hit them, and then you just get to like kill a 2/1 for free, or you get to. You can't buff itself, right? No, you can't buff itself, but you can buff your other things. I think it's good. It's good with basic Alexa. You could like buff the tokens of Alexa with this.
Mm.
I mean, it's all
Yeah,
upside,
I mean,
isn't
like,
it?
I'm gonna have to try it out.
Yeah, I'm
We'll all
pretty
need
sure.
to try it out, but it's definitely worth trying out.
No.
It's not like bonkers. It's kind of like Winter Stout. Winter Scout. It's got a lot of good things going for it, but it's not like a bonkers card. I don't think.
Yeah.
Now that I thought about it, by the way, considering all the cards that we had with the whole target emblem stuff, you know how freaking insane basic Despina would be now that I think about it? You have the Flame Rune Warrior that deals 1 damage to everyone with a target emblem. You put that deadly on him. When he procs at the end of the game, you can board clear with that guy.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Also, with the Occult Knight, obviously, you just bounce another target emblem onto an enemy creature again. That could be insane.
Also, the second coming of Marked by the Gods. It's just like
yeah.
It's gonna be like the next sort of like almost every deck can put this in now.
It's gonna be a primary
so
card
guys,
soon.
If you're making a deck and you're gonna go on ladder, and there's not 4 Mark of the Gods in there, go to your shrines. Take out 4 of those.
Have fun losing.
And put in 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just get it done.
A lot of decks are going to have ways to buff their creatures with emblems now, and also like almost every deck is a card that allows you to put an emblem on a creature.
Don't leave friendlies without them. Okay.
Okay, so we got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one we have Alright of the Hunt, which is another combination for Nature Rage and a random one. 4 mana, 3/4/2 speed, decent, definitely. And when you have Rage, you get the following ability. When Alright of the Hunt enters the field, it deals 4 damage to an enemy creature with a target emblem. Balanced. And when you have Nature, when Alright of the Hunt engages in combat with a creature with an emblem on it, Alright of the Hunt gets +2 attack, +2 HP until end of turn. What the fuck, Igloo?
It's sick. Like, I was testing this with Fuzz. I mean, like, I think that the first ability is by far the best of the 2.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just entering and pretty much killing most creatures just on entry is really, really nice. So, like, it's, if you put it in perspective of like a Scourge, Dr. Styx, just being able to kill like a two what's called cost creature. This is just killing, I mean, really most creatures. And that's awesome. But the ++ thing. Is it really in combat with the creature with any emblem on it? Yeah, that's decent. But I don't know about the Rage Nature combo just yet. It's not going in the Chimera.
What, you don't want to sack this?
To find out.
You don't want to sacrifice this to embody your Chimera?
I mean,
so you don't have to answer that question. That was just full me. Don't worry about it.
Phoenix Wright has spoken.
I actually don't rate this card very highly. You can continue talking about it if you want.
I think just like it's not like if you've got the Rage ability, whatever combo you got is Rage, Dominion Rage, whatever, blah blah blah. Then it's pretty good as long as you've got some like actual like engines that are putting target emblems on stuff. Even in I was even going to say straight Rage Rush, but I take that back.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it's too slow in that deck because they just
set
up to put
an
emblem on it.
It's like a Karthus, but with like 2 less levels.
But like but in a faster deck at the very least, it's got like way too high of a setup cost.
Yeah.
To try and get like an emblem on something and be able to play this, like.
You think putting in a target emblem is like slower than gaining 2 more levels?
Well, no. What's going to happen is you're going to put a target emblem on something, and then you're going to pass, and then they're just going to trade that something because you're an aggro deck. So they're going to trade their something with your something, and then you're going to play that 4 mana 4/3 with no ability.
I don't know. Don't gloss over this one. I was testing with Fuzz, and he was really, really annoying me with this card.
Yeah, but I mean, I was just talking about when you said like maybe or maybe not mono rage. That's all I was talking about there. Like I can aggressively play some monos.
Yeah. I retract that. Yeah.
But I still don't know if it's good or not. It's just a weird card. I feel like I have to test it. Obviously, if you can not too clunky to play this and kill something, then obviously it's really good.
Yeah.
But
If you're playing a target in one deck, or you're trying to make that work, I reckon it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know how good a fully supported target emblem deck is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. That's yet to be found out. But
Yeah.
I
we'll
don't think anyone went deep into testing that.
What I definitely also want to figure out is where are that thing's eyes, because there's these two possibilities for that thing, for that thing's eyes.
I think it's right above his mouth, right?
I would think that, but the thing like a little bit to the upper left also could be
Yeah.
potentially his eye, and that would be really funny.
That ear? I'm not even sure what that is. I have no idea.
Good thing though.
Maybe it sees through the flames on its little antlers. I don't know. You don't know how the organisms work.
Do you?
No.
I mean, you have all a bunch of
I'm just saying that's
strange
like
creatures in
roll out
Australia.
possibilities. If you want to throw labels on things, sure.
Next one we have the second best.
Move on.
The second best artwork, by the way, in my opinion, which is Flaming Satire, because I love me some comedy.
That's a cool name.
This was an open invitation. Open mic night. 1 mana, another nature rage one, so Mr. Chimera is gonna have a little talk about this, if you put it in or not. And so she said 1/1, 2 speed, ranged, and for 1 additional mana, you can put a target emblem on any enemy creature. I see a pattern here. And he comes in with 3 energy. You can pay 1 energy, make him a little bit sleepy. And Flaming Satire deals 1 damage to a creature with a target emblem. If that creature dies this turn, put a Might Emblem on Flaming Satire. So kinda like the Disciple of Sash, only with a mana cap. Energy cap.
Holy shit, this card.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, putting 4 of these in your deck, it just, like, we talked about maybe target emblems being put on things as being a difficult thing before, but, like, this makes it so easy.
Yeah.
Just litter them all with it.
Like, this doesn't need anything else to go well. Like, I like the 4/3 for 4, what we were just talking about. It's just, like, it does it all itself. It doesn't need anything else to go right. Like, it just needs consistency.
And for the first week, like, everyone is just gonna be doing dumb stuff and not like completely just playing into the combat tricks. I feel like, like, as in like activating the energy costs during combat, like say it's a 3, well even it's a 4/4, just like. Pew pew pew, and just making the last 1 damage. Just like
Pew pew pew.
it kills the 4/4. What up? I ran into one before. Torek will. I'm certain Torek will. Yeah, put it in a chat. He commented straight away, just being like, "I don't even have to make fun of you for that. You know what you did."
I mean,
I ran into it with a 2/2. I was like, it won't die, right?
Yep, it's a word. Oh god. There's another thing that I said before when like blurs the lines and like colors aren't meant to get this kind of effect. I played this in mono nature. Right? So like you're giving like you're giving colors aren't meant to get it. And also this with cool as well means that you're way more likely to get like 2 or 3 copies of this in a game. which means, and you only need to pay 1 mana, put 1 target ammo on it, and then suddenly all 3 of them can shoot it. So it's like really easy with 4 of these and 2 or 3 calls to just kill your opponent's board constantly. So yeah, I think this card's stupid.
Yeah, that's really good. It's probably now the best 1-drop for Nature and Rage. Either or.
Probably the best 1-drop, right?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Well, I didn't actually put it in Mono Rage. I'm assuming this goes in Mono instead, but I'm assuming this goes in Mono Rage. I'm assuming. I actually don't know.
Don't forget though that you need to distribute Might Emblems, and aside from Boar Rider and how is he called? That 3-speed 1/1 Gruels. I don't think there is much.
Oh yeah.
What about it?
Well, Cannonade also.
What about it? You don't need a target emblem synergy to make this card work at all.
Yeah, it is.
It synergizes with itself.
Yeah, it's a target emblem factory.
Oh yeah, true.
Essentially anything with 1 toughness is now like got a question mark next to it.
It's also why All Right of the Hunt is like not hard set up at all.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because of this card specifically. Yeah.
True, yeah.
And the new shiny. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's busted. One of the best cards. One of the best cards in the set.
Also one of the best with the best artworks, definitely.
Yep.
Can I say probably also necessary, just because if target emblems has a chance, the site is it.
Ifko created cards, Flaming Satire made them equal.
Yeah, kinda.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it did make me feel honestly kind of weird. In my Mono Nature deck, I was actually just kill like Mono Rage's creatures like really quickly. Attack this guy. It's just like play my 2/1. Nope. Then like cool another one. I'll play my 3/2. Nope. Kill it with both of them. I was just like, wait a minute. What is this? So maybe this is, but then you get to the point because this has got rage in its cost. You then get to like the scary bit. Where you're like, yeah, this is good against Mono Rage. But then you're like, but what if Mono Rage just plays this card? Like, is that too good? Like, that's what you have to. That's what I'm worried about.
I feel like the best place for it is Dominion Rage. I mean, yeah, you can always like Despina Hero Power like does a thing now.
It definitely does a thing now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of mana. Like, say if you were to like pay it all in one turn, like the 1 and the 2 just to kill 1 creature, but 3 mana kill any creature. Yeah, decent.
And grow, and it still gets bigger, right? As well.
Yeah.
And it's still a relevant creature by itself because it becomes like a 2/2 ranged. Like that's a relevant creature already.
Yeah. I mean, like if it gets to grow all of its Might Emblems from its energy, then that's just funny.
It's GG.
Yeah. Well, I paid 1 mana, killed 3 creatures, and have a 4/4 range. So suck it.
Yeah, this is fair.
Or to say it like Fuzz OP. But I mean, after all this, don't forget that there is the anti-fun deck with Mono Dominion, where it's just like, oh, let me put that helm on it because I'm so fucking boring to watch. Little rant.
Well, it's not even just helm, it's also, I mean, you helm my 1-drop, I think I'm going to be high-fiving my neighbor, sort of thing, but like, it's more the fact that like, against slower decks, this is just a 1-mana 1/1 half the time. It does kill Scarabs though. It does kill Scarabs.
Oh yeah.
So
which is
Yeah.
Kills a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the card's broken. Move on.
And also, by the way, since I have that sound file from HallYall now, I'm just gonna change. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change the sound from Cannonade in my Spellweaver to, instead of that Cannonade sound, I'm just gonna have the HallYall pew 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 sound. So prepare for pretty good Cannonades in the future.
That's great.
What's the story? What's the story of pew pew pew?
You just said, like, you know, you just, with the flaming satire, you just, you know, go around and then pew pew pew.
Pew pew. Yeah.
Just gonna put that over the Cannonade sound in the game files.
Can you do that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I changed the music in my Spellweaver. I know where the sound files are.
True. Yeah. I mean, like, we've had players hack in and start tournaments of their own way before the custom tournaments was ever even like an idea. Free kitchens.
Speaking of that, next one is the Guardian Owl, which is Order Wisdom, which has the weirdest artwork that I've ever seen, I think. It's a 1/2 flyer, and has 2 abilities: prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Guardian Owl as long as it has a Might Emblem, and prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to Guardian Owl as long as it has a Shield Emblem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Same.
Yeah, he a problem.
Like, it seems like a lot of really good text, but
Yeah.
like, I just don't know. I honestly, I don't know how to rate this.
Like, prevent effect flying, for one, and then, like, prevent all combat damage if it has a Might Emblem. It's like, come on. And then, like, so put a Shield Emblem on it, and it's like, you guys can't kill me. I'm never gonna die. I guess that, yeah, then you just do the damn, like, yeah, okay, righto. Until the Shield Emblem is gone. Another example of why Forge is really good, I think, right here.
I think it's kind of, again, it's one of those cards where, like a couple of the other 2-drops and stuff, I think it's got like decent enough stats: 2 mana, 1 level, 2/1 flying, 2 speed. It's good enough, and it's got a bunch of interesting abilities. Like, I have no idea if this card's good or not, if I'm honest.
I mean, Word of Pain, Obnoxious Fumes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay.
Which would,
Obviously the card's good. I just don't know if it's like,
oh yeah,
you know, if it's actually gonna make it deck or not. You know?
But I mean, isn't like the whole, if you, all non-combat damage that would be dealt to Guardian Owl as long as it has a Shield Emblem, isn't that basically how it works anyways? Like Shield Emblems?
No, it means the Shield Emblem stays though.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So they can't pick off the Shield Emblem with a burn spell or something.
Okay, yeah.
Or with a Satyr, for example.
Satire.
Sort of satire. I'm going to change it every time I say it. I'm going to swap between the two. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously Vanguard's going to try this in a one-word deck.
Yeah.
Obviously. If he hasn't already. But
like, if Blue Soldiers was a thing still, because the whole thing was completely based on just like building your Lego blocks up with Might Emblems, would this be in the deck?
You don't really have any means to put like either a shield or Might Emblems on him, I think. Do you?
I mean, it's certainly lacking soldier synergies.
That's what I mean. I think if this card sees play, I think it goes in the Wonderbird deck. Right.
Or
I like it. Yeah, I like it with a lot of order and wisdom cards actually.
And
I
it
think
fits the
it's going to
theme
be good
because it's an owl and a bird. So it's a good theme. Getting the bird theme deck. I like it.
Bird theme deck?
Bird theme deck.
Bird?
Yeah.
What?
Wonder Bird and Guardian Owl. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, of course. I thought you were talking about a meme.
I mean, kind of is a meme if you.
Yeah.
But
No,
yes,
no. Those two birds are definitely friends.
I
They're
think
definitely
I think that's the only deck I can see this. If I'm honest.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Steam
What was
Bird
that?
Tribal deck. Fuck's sake, why are these guys are so slow?
Was it?
Okay, so
What?
wait, for the last one, or for the second to last one, I actually have to check this out because
We
they...
got Wonder Bird. See?
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about Wonder Bird.
Hold on, where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
We
I've
got
got-
like-
Vulture in there as well.
Everyone knows now. That's just a visual bug and
Yeah.
chill out. Yeah. Cool.
Because as we all know, it's obviously the voracious scale worm
Easily confusable between this and Wonder Bird.
with the one bird.
Yeah.
They're basically twins. It's, it's 2 mana corruption. 2/1, and at the start of your turn, remove an emblem from another allied creature and put a might emblem on voracious scale worm related to the Wonder Bird. If you can't, exhaust it, and of course, the more it eats, the hungrier it gets.
So what you're saying is, you know, the early bird eats the worm. Is that what you're saying?
Fuck me, silly. Nice.
I think the concept is it like eats the like decay off its friends, and then like they aren't decayed anymore because it ate it, and it's like now less hungry, so it's bigger.
Well, it's kind of yeah. Well, it's like yeah. So it's eating. Yeah, it's growing off
yeah,
the shit.
give me them weakness emblems. But okay, and it's a zombie. So,
Dobby's actually very right, by the way.
sorry, what did he say?
Technically, it's always at the same hunger level because it only ever takes one might emblem.
It's the Hunger Games.
Because it says the more it eats, the hungrier it gets, but actually that's not.
It always takes one, but it never ever stops wanting that one.
It doesn't get hungrier though, does it?
Yeah, but
Flavor fail.
you gotta get it every
Flavor
turn,
fail.
or it's gone to sleep.
Flavor fail. Well spotted, Dobby. Well spotted.
No, it's. I tested this one a fair bit, and when I was testing it, it was 3 speed, so it like just slotted in zombies perfectly
yeah.
where survival was.
Yeah, I just thought this was 3 speed because it was 3 speed when it was reviewed. I mean, it was spoiled.
I think it should have been given a shot at 3 speed, because like
Oh, this card's bad.
yeah.
I
So
don't think this card's good at all. I was ready to be like, this card's really interesting because I thought it was 3 speed.
agree to agree that you're completely wrong, but I mean, now you can play flesh sculptors and zombies because it like actually works well like a side card, and then not to mention Duke's like coming back, bring this back with Duke along with other, and
As a 1/0?
it's like yeah, as a 1/0. But, like I mean, you could bring multiple back, like and
it's great if you get a 2 back. That's pretty good.
and yeah, then just like weakness emblems your zombies, and also makes them go back to graveyard again if they die, which is big because of Duke's second effect, second dice effect.
I mean, I like the ability. I just think the fact it's got 2 speed just makes it so vulnerable because it's slow to get there, right?
Do you know what I think? It's like people are gonna be like, that it'll be fine, like, and underestimate it. I think that other people's attitude should be like, kill it now, like fire on site. like because it grew quicker than you think.
This card hard counters target emblem.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the other thing. Because what's called Fuzzy had his target emblem deck sort of going, and he was just like putting target emblems on my guys, and I was like, oh, thank you. Mr. Worm thought it was delectable.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced by this card, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
I get it. I get the like synergy, and I like the synergy in it. It's so easy just to kill.
Let's ask a question. Was zombies bad before?
Like when? Like right now, before this set?
Before the set, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, they were not bad.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what do you mean by bad?
Like bad, as in like a thing that isn't good.
Depends on what standards, right? Because like,
What?
was it good enough to really see like much of any play in the metagame? No.
Yeah, I mean, like it was. I mean, especially like sort of the younger sort of newer players. Like zombies is probably like the best deck you can. Yeah, zombies and rage rush is the best deck accessible to you early.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not talking about new players because they've got shitty collections. I mean, like in the actual metagame.
Well, I'm just saying it's always going to see a lot of ladder traffic because of that fact. But anyway,
I think like, it was an okay deck. I think it was an okay deck. Power level wise, okay.
So just basically there's better corruption decks. Was the thing that was holding it back, in my opinion. Like, and this gives it a punch. So I think like something really sort of teetering on the borderline, like pretty reliable, like as far as an aggro deck goes, and it had Steam too. So I'm definitely going to be playing around with it more.
I mean, I'm probably gonna try it because I did love playing zombies.
Yeah,
when it was like a thing in the metagame a bit more. But...
Would you put that in mono C though?
No.
No.
Maybe to counter the target emblem meta. Could be.
Is there a funny thing we place into minion with bloodsucking mutant?
I mean, but why do you have like emblems on your creatures in mono C?
Point taken.
Like, unless you want to like word of paint your own creatures just for the worm's sake. Like,
and for the card draw.
What about with wisdom with time air?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You hit them with this with a counter. You give it to Timea, end turn your turn. You move back to this, hit them, draw a card.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was a lot better when this used to have. But obviously, this was a lot better when this. That was a lot better when this had 3 speed. But,
yeah, like that's true though.
But maybe that's sort of thing. Yeah.
Bring back 3 speed, Igloo.
Yeah, I think this card was really interesting at 3 speed and like very good and very interesting. But I think at 2 speed, it could still be good enough, obviously. But I don't know how good it is. I don't think it's good enough to just push an okay aggro deck, like the 3rd best aggro deck, to better than the other ones.
I mean, you are choosing to like, in some cases, choosing to not play like sort of 3/3s for the same cost, alongside it, just to sort of like hope it grows. It does grow very very quickly. Like, don't underestimate that.
But it is a 1/2 on their first attack. It's just with 2 speed, it just dies to attacks.
Rotting Remains helps it a lot early on.
Yeah, Rotting Remains, yeah.
And Rotting Remains is kind of nice to be able to play like 4 of again, to be honest, because it's just another 2 for 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that card's fine anyway. Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting card. I'm not really sure about it, but
yeah. What does chat think?
What?
Not a clue. Apart from this card hard counters target emblems, and if bad equals good, technically correct. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, I told you before when you were like confused about what bad was.
Yeah, well, because that's such a blanket statement. Like, it's not that black and white. It's not, this is good, this is bad. Caveman.
Okay.
Like, there's way more grey areas than that.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Settle down now.
Dobby
It's fine.
just
we didn't all get it our first time.
Dobby just mentioned this. With Forge of the Ancients, that thing is actually pretty damn good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Shit, I haven't even tried it with Forge. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not actually that good. All you're doing is putting a counter on your dude, and then you're moving it from one dude to another dude.
You will become a believer.
Like, it doesn't actually do anything. How is it? Wait. How is it a combo of Forge of the Ancient? It doesn't do anything.
But in testing, worst case scenario, like there was no other emblems on your other creatures. If the worm itself had an emblem, you could just like worked on itself to like not exhaust itself.
Oh, I see.
Or like, yeah, you could take a weakness emblem off it and put a might emblem on.
So all
Like,
this combo
but
does
even
is
though
make
it
sure.
clearly states another allied creature.
It gets
So I
bigger.
want to know if that's
Yes.
been changed.
Yeah, yes, but Dobby, the Forge of the Ancients does that by itself. Like, makes things bigger. So what you're saying is, you're putting this, comboing this with your 1/2, just so that your 1/2 that slowly grows can just slowly, like, you just don't play the fucking 1/2, just play this. With any other creature. Ah! Right. Moving on. Right.
You will become a believer.
He's just doing this to
Yeah.
annoy me, I can tell. Let's just move on.
I just can't wait to clip this. Like when this card just starts destroying the meta.
I mean,
going back to all the parts.
yeah,
Ginger
just
said.
hoping that we see me in mass just playing 4 copies of it. You're just like, yep. Yeah. So,
It's gonna be like when Fuzz was like, well, when I like it was one time, like when Fuzz like will like see a deck and not understand it and be like,
oh yeah.
trash tier. Like next minute, it's like the fucking just most dominant deck in the meta.
Superiority, yeah.
Yeah. So if any of the 10 times that happened, you're gonna get one of those.
Right. Is this the last card?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So for the last one, we have Igloo's Touch, which is 2 mana, 2 random, so obviously an ancient one, instant spell, and we can choose between one of the 3. Either, again, put a Might Emblem on an allied creature, put a Weakness Emblem on an enemy creature, or remove up to 3 emblems from a creature with emblems on it. And draw a card.
So you can make it a very happy satyr, a very, very sad satyr.
Yeah. I think this card's actually very good.
Yeah, same. It's just, I mean, it's another ancient, instant, combat trick.
It's just really flexible.
Plus, you know, like, it's kind of meta relevant with all the fucking emblems going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 3 emblems off a creature is its most powerful one.
Right.
Like, it combos well with Satyr,
Yeah,
like that.
Satire.
Also, it obviously can kill Satire as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just it's got a decent effect, and it just cantrips for 2 mana. Like, it's hard to. Obviously, this is best friends with Marked by the Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Forge.
But like if we think of like this is kind of a bad example, but it's comparable. So you think of Discharge with 2 mana.
Yeah, it's very similar.
1 right? But you know, like it's really, really, really commonly used to just take out those one mana threats, and it's probably its best use. And then draw a card, but it's not instant. And you can't do. I mean, it's got 3 options. It's comparable to it, I think. Just because it's an ancient.
And if something along the lines like that 1/2 worm that you guys like gets out of hand, or like a vulture gets out of hand, you just remove 3 emblems from it.
That's a really good combat trick. No one is going to expect it to be like
just like minus 3 draw card. Like woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, what I just realized, since this is an ancient, you can actually maybe even make the metabolic overcharges and stuff like this viable if you put like multiple ones on one creature and then you just remove the weakness emblems. That could be fun.
I don't even know what that is. What? Saying you keep bringing up cards I don't.
You have to go old school sometimes.
Well, the wormy can do that too.
Oh, right, okay. No, I know these cards. I just don't even know the names.
What? You don't know Overcharger?
Overcharger. Yeah, no, I just forgot the name of it.
You don't know Grappling Hook?
Yeah.
Grappling Hook. Yeah.
You don't know Power Spike Armor?
I was literally playing an implant deck. Don't do this to me. It's terrible. I was playing one this thing. Yeah, no, I think this card's just really flexible. I think you could, again, I mean, I'm really scared that he keeps doing this. I honestly think you can put this in almost any deck.
Yeah. Yeah, well, obviously.
I mean, not again, like, quite often. Like, probably not in super aggressive decks again. But honestly, when I say super aggressive decks, I only really mean Rage Rush. I think other, like, aggressive decks might actually run.
Right, yeah.
Because they're more creature combat focused. So this being kind of a flexible trick is a bit more relevant in those things.
Yeah, I think it definitely sees the bulk of its play in decks which are creature combat based.
Yeah.
And keeping board control, which is good. We haven't seen too many of those decks around.
stuff like nature. Essentially nature decks. Like nature decks are perfect for this kind of again giving nature something they don't normally have, which is kind of like flexible removals kind of card. But yeah, sort of a low to the ground mid range deck, like somewhere in between aggro and mid range, which something like a nature would definitely could do. I think this card fits pretty well in there.
Sure.
But I mean, you could see this in pretty much anything, I think.
Yeah, you can see that in fucking Dominion. I just realized this when they helm a fucking creature and about to lose it and use this. God fuck Mono Dominion.
Yep.
God damn it.
Also, you can use this to remove 3 emblems from their scarabs, which is pretty cool. Or you can just kill their scarabs with it and draw a card.
Yeah.
This card's just really flexible in lots of different matchups, I think.
True. There's a typo again, by the way.
Is there?
Remove up to 3 emblems from a creature with emblems on it. Just remove up to 3 emblems from a creature that with emblems on it. It's just, you know?
What do you mean?
It's not really a typo, but it's just like overcomplicating the sentence.
Yes.
If anything, it's idiot proving it. I mean, like,
yeah, I guess so.
You probably want to use this on a creature that has emblems on it if you're going to remove them, guys.
I guess there's no harm in having it, but
yeah. Like, if it doesn't have emblems, I would opt for one of the other 2 abilities. I think it serves that purpose well.
So yeah, overall, I have to admit, I think these cards are all pretty good.
Definitely, yeah.
I think it's cool. It's interesting. Some new stuff. My shrines are the favorite. Sorry, not my shrines. The racial shrines are the favorite.
Wow, we are idiots. You're right, Dobby. My bad. We are idiots.
Wow.
The fact that it has to be a creature with emblems on it means you can't just target anything to just redraw.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Well, you can target anything. You just choose one of the other 2 options.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's what I was fucking
He did it
saying.
again. He keeps
That's
trapping me.
exactly what I was saying.
Wait. Is there any way why that would be the best option other than making those two things? I mean, yeah, I guess it could be. There is definitely a way, right? If the only creature you could target is like an enemy Faya, that if it dies, it kills you.
Oh, there it is again, the Fae.
Right? Like something really. Maybe there's a random, really corner case where if you could target like anything with it and draw a card, it's relevant. But,
Yeah, it's really rare occasion when you face me and Ray, the only one who plays Fae of Charm.
No, not Fair Charm. No, Fia. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
Like you don't want to kill it because it might kill you. Anyway, we're off track here.
Well, I don't think we are, because I think we might have gone through them all now.
Yeah, we have, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And anything from chat there at all?
I think
They
nah,
want to talk about anything else?
I think that pretty much covers it. Maybe they want to know more personal information about you, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, I am an open book, buddy. Would you like to have a read?
No,
I mean,
no, I most definitely would not want to know everything.
I mean, I do.
Yeah,
I mean,
just a little.
I mean, Sawyer, you said your Tinder game is on fleek, so I want to know how you do that.
Like, how's Bumble going?
Yeah, wait up. My Tinder game is on what?
On fleek?
Fleek? Yeah, explain that to me immediately. What is Fleek?
Oh my god,
And
you're
why-
not young.
And why is it on?
It's basically
Keep it away
lit.
from my Tinder game.
It's lit
No,
like a
no.
flaming satire.
It is not. Nothing is that like a flaming satire except for a flaming satire. But yeah, no, Tinder game's going okay. I mean, yeah, I had a date this week. It was terrible. Girl was ugly. That's okay. It's all guys listening. Don't worry.
Well, we all know your secret. You just put a picture of Igloo instead of one of your pictures in there, and then you just get the girls.
Oh, of course.
What? Oh wait, you guys don't do that?
Wait, yeah.
Why would I need to do that exactly?
It's
to have
incredibly effective.
to have your
was that?
Tinder game on fleek.
Yeah, I think I would be assassinated in my sleep if my girlfriend found out I went on Tinder. Thank you.
If she found out, right?
She's fine.
That's a big
We're
yes,
all-
buddy.
She's fine now.
Oh god. Anyway, yeah, stuff and stuff.
Stuff. Oh, but,
Yeah. I think that pretty much covers it. So 15 new cards in total. They're definitely gonna shake up the meta just a little bit. With the only thing that I hope is that this fucking mono dominion bullshit is gonna stop. So
it's not.
yeah, well,
Stop.
thanks.
I mean, it might like sort of like duck its head back in the turtle shell on ladder, but like it's conquest mainstay. It's not going anywhere.
I mean, we still have obviously my Lord and Savior, Sen Jesus, who just won with one turn heal and smashed that fucking mono dominion garbage into the or grinded that mono dominion bullshit into the fucking
I
pavement.
think it is really ironic that you hate Mono D with a passion, but you
Yes.
love one turn heal.
You know how fucking atrocious it is to fucking cast that shit? I almost fell asleep last master. Not last masters, but the masters
would-
bore.
Like I would
1,000 fucking click, one turn here.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's amazing. I
And you
remember
fell
that.
asleep. You fell asleep with just like the incredibly straightforward fucking I cannot make a mistake, just ramp and win deck.
I would still 100% rather watch two like good players play a Mono Dominion mirror than
No.
watch anyone play another mirror. Like, absolutely screw that.
No.
Like ODS just cancel, bro. Give it up. Like,
I hate that deck so much. I do.
honestly, I don't hate any other deck. I don't think I've ever hated any other deck. Like, and I'm going to include the what's it called, that the cancer of all cancers, that one that like used to just recycle spells, and it was like terrible. You guys around then? With Drunken Dwarf, when it used to just like take cards, any cards, not just creatures.
Yeah.
And Dojon was like 2 mana or something?
Mated or something, or Doverty, I can't remember. But yeah, it was just like it didn't lose. It was fucked. I would rather just play against that.
Well, I mean, I dare you. Just commentate master for 2 masters and watch some Mono Dominion shit, and don't tell me that shit is obnoxious to cast. It's fucking garbage.
I'm not saying it's great to cast, but I'm saying compared
No.
to one-turn
Like,
heal.
you can't be an advocate for one-turn heal and then even say the word obnoxious. Like, you're like, yeah, you've immediately banned yourself from the word.
I mean, in the after talk for Last Masters, I actually talked about that also with Sen Jesus, and he told me, like, if you play one-turn heal and you cast one-turn heal, then you also go into the whole thing, you know, where you are like, oh, I would maybe do this, maybe I would do that, because you have to think so much. It's with Tower, you know, I always make the comparison. It's like with Tower Rushing in Warcraft 3. No one likes commentating, or liked commentating that back then, but it requires like so much brain strength for you and so much concentration for you, and it's the same thing with one-turn heal, obviously.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna like argue that it's got it's skill cap.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, you got to be pretty decent to be able to play it and play it well, especially. But like, still fuck it right in its stupid fucking ass. And I hope it does.
I do that with freaking Mono Dominion, but I mean, sure.
They both should die, but like, more so yours.
I mostly hate it because I keep thinking I'm taking like line up against it slightly, and then go 2-0 in Masters, and then go 0-2 both times because I just completely lost to one-turn heal.
And you have to adapt. But I think the problem with one-turn heal is that it's just because, you know, everyone plays it. That's also why I hated Mono Corruption back then. Because you see it in every game, and it's always the fucking same. It's like, oh, that guy made a good play. Oh, well, Helm. Oh, that guy made a good play. Oh, Scarab. It's just the same over and over again. I'm so fucking tired of it.
That's fair. I can understand it. But that's not really the fault of Mono D.
It is.
That's kind of the fault of this being the first card update in like 4 months, if not longer.
Well, yeah, that too, yeah.
One thing I'll say about the card updates, like, I mean, yeah, they've been too far spaced apart. I mean, you've been doing custom tournaments has been, you know, a thing.
Yeah.
Like, at least when they come out, they're really impactful.
Yes.
Like honestly, the size of the releases doesn't bother me.
Right.
Like, regularity and impact on the game for each release is like probably the most important.
Given the update,
No.
I mean, every card here is viable that was introduced. And that's, you know, if I compare that to Eternal, which had like an update for 200 cards, that begs the question how much of these are actually viable and who are just like cannon fodder. And you're not going to see that anyways.
Yeah, that's mostly because they're like, the way they work is that they obviously rotate sets, and they also rotate sets in respect of like limited formats as well. So they need to bulk up their sets to be able to, that, and they want you to buy a bunch of packs. But it's also for like limited as well. So that's one of the main.
Yeah, true.
But
that's not
like ancient. Sorry. What were you saying?
That's not what Spellweaver does. Spellweaver doesn't rotate draft sets and stuff like that. It's all just sort of going into the same thing. So you don't need to bulk it out with a bunch of cards to fill up your draft. pool, like other games do.
Yeah,
True.
like, well, yeah. There's no filler cards in the releases. I don't feel like, and that's good. But like, if I'm comparing like Ancient Rising to like, what was the Holy Child, you know, with like Timir and the
Amaric.
whole Virgin just nightmare when that first came out, at least.
Oh yeah, before the nerfs, that
is
was
it like, yeah, when we're doing reviews, it was more like, oh, this goes into this deck. This slots straight in here. Like, you know, like that's what we'd be talking about. But like with this, it's like, you know, even today, there were a few times we'll have to be like, I mean, this, it could be good. I'm gonna have to try it. You know, like,
yeah.
There are lots of possibilities. It's just like kind of like, I bet you someone will break it. So, but right now I can't see it.
The problem with that is that I'm really hoping it doesn't then just turn into like, yeah, all these cards look good, but I don't know where to put them. And then the answer at the end of all the puzzle solving is, you just don't play them, you just play Mono D.
Yeah,
that's not
exactly.
You just play the decks you've been playing for the past 3 years.
No, listen, I don't know. I think that like this game's got like enough like deck builders, like, and like sort of not toddler brain people that like will eventually figure it out. Like, it's just that today they found out, so we haven't really tried it at all.
I mean, I was originally planning on Steve, but you know, now I'm probably just going to be spending my entire evening playing different fucking decks in this stupid game, so...
Poor you.
I was a little bit like, do I want to spend that much time? And then I randomly put together some decks and played the tournament, and I really enjoyed it, and I just want to play more games.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I think we've got to be careful how deep we go into the rabbit hole here, because
I mean, if I look at the friend list, there are many people playing a shit ton of ranked at the moment.
Yeah.
That's the problem though. And go below like rank 11 or 12, I don't get to go to Masters. So I don't really want to try ranked for the next like 2 days or something.
I probably shouldn't say this, but like one thing to do when everyone's just trying out sort of like weird decks which actually haven't come together yet.
Rage Rush.
I wasn't going to say Rage Rush, but something reliable and well tested, like Fuel Cloud. Like, but there are a lot of decks that fit that category. But I mean,
but also like hard to punish anyway, easy to punish people with it. Rage Rush.
But play the pre-World War version of it.
Considering everyone's going to be sort of trying, like, sort of like a lot more nature stuff, a lot more like,
maybe.
Yeah, sort of
this happens to be really bad in the all-new card metagame. It's like that would just complete that. That would be. I mean, it is pretty bad against Satyr.
Satire.
I wouldn't be running Rage Rush right now.
Well, I know I'm just gonna be slamming Mono.
And put Fey of Charm in there.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Bad luck, Giant.
I'm gonna ASMR you to sleep with that.
Yeah, but I'm not even going to 3 levels. I'm not going to 3 levels for fucking 1-2.
You will for the Fey.
Inconsistent 1-2.
Consume the Fey. Love the Fey.
Is this the charm of the Fey of Charm? That's just borderline arrogance.
They put me in the game as Love Fey of Charm Giant. 1 turn heal at Connoisseur Extraordinaire.
Okay, I will start liking 1 turn heal if you start putting Face of Charm into 1 turn heal deck.
I mean, I'm not the one type that puts in nature just for the test of time, but I mean, one turn Fey of Charm.
Fuck's sake.
It's just what the deck's missing.
What a 3-mana, 3-level, 1/2 flyer that makes you gets rid of that blocker. You really need to get rid of that blocker.
Completely off curve. Almost with an ability unusual because the only creature is fucking Eleanor.
Oh god.
Never attacks.
Is this the part of the stream you've got to now, right? This is the
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
This is infuriating.
yeah.
I'm going to take off, guys. Thanks heaps for having me and for the chat. And thank you, anyone here in chat who's like fucking bad through this. Face on the back.
Coming back to Dobby, I have no idea why you were mentioned. Apparently, Dobby was mentioned.
Yeah, with yeah, some sort of deck, I think.
Winter Scout.
I think you mentioned like a Maxim versus deck.
Yeah.
For just a little bit.
Right. I was talking about the Cancer of all Cancer decks that like just cycled order removal cards like forever. And including like all of the order spells, just all of the order spells. And do you know what? And it was when when Stilnor could take any cards from the graveyard and shuffle them back into the deck, not just creatures. Dubby, you know that one?
Dubby.
Dobby.
You're gonna ask a question.
Dubby.
You just okay. Cool.
Dubby.
You just gonna ask questions and not hang around for the answer now?
Yes. He said yes.
He did.
Yes,
Okay,
master.
Does he remember? Wait, so he didn't say that, obviously. Did he actually reply at all?
Yeah, he said yes, master. Sorry.
Okay. Well, does he remember who made it?
Dubby, please.
Who was the creator of this Ebola AIDS cancer?
And now HallYall. Oh shit.
What?
Well, not him. It sounds like a Maxim versus thing.
It does, yeah.
I just said Maxim's maybe W. I don't know.
You mean the two are one of the same?
No, because it was just like two of the. Well, I know that Dobby played it.
Sure.
I believe you.
I don't.
Not me neither.
Alright.
You guys are getting better at this.
What?
I mean, to be honest, I've never really believed to begin with.
Yeah, you say that, but you did.
Kinda, yeah. Just
maybe when I first met you and I was young and naive.
And that was crazy?
Something like that, yeah.
Just wait until you give you that soothing ASMR later with Fae of Charm. Fuck Monodominion, you want that Fae.
Well, this is getting like late and
Say it with me.
This is just getting really hard now.
I think we should end this now.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm out, boys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep.
And have a good one.
Cheers, guys. See you guys later.
Laters. Alright. So with that being said, I don't know what the fuck that was. But we have agreed that GingerRaven is going to play Fae of Charm in every deck now. 4-offs. So Igloo, make that a primary. So we can even have even more Fae of Charms, because that's what the game needs. With that being said, yeah, that was our little overview over the new cards. Obviously, a lot of stuff that is going to shake up the meta. Cool thing is, well, there's one Dominion, but nothing that you would probably see in Mono Dominion. Obviously, the problem is that there is still going to be people that just play Mono Dominion, and, but, I mean, you know, as HallYall said, toddler brain, obviously, so if you play one, one turn Dominion, sure. If you play Mono Dominion, rest assured, by the way, this channel right here is Mono Dominion free. So, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cover Masters. I'm gonna try. So, yeah, if I'm gonna stream Masters again, then rest assured you're not gonna see any of that Mono Dominion bullshit right here, obviously. So, don't worry, got you covered. Gonna cover, obviously, GingerRaven to see if he actually fulfills the meme of playing Fae of Charm. With that being said, thanks everyone for watching. That has been some insight on the new card release. Gonna be interesting to see how that plays out, obviously. Obviously, thanks to everyone who has attended in chat. Thanks for the 2 follows that I got also, by the way. So, Anti-Braba20, Xoit, Torik, Dobby, obviously. Yup, those were the ones. Garuk89, of course, also. So, yeah, thanks everyone for participating in this. Also, thanks to HallYall and GingerRaven, obviously, for participating. Thanks to GingerRaven in particular for playing Fae of Charm soon. And, yeah, I'm gonna see all of you in the next stream. Probably gonna be Masters if I'm gonna cover it. So, yeah, let's be on the lookout for that. See ya, folks, later.